somebody please help me decide? I have severe OCD and it's been ruining my Skyrim experience. I always have to test out every mod in each category to find the right one. I'm torn between Sacrosanct and Sacrilege. It's the last spot for my load order, but I need to know which one is better. I'm not doing a vampire playthrough yet, but I want it there for when I do. It took me a year to get to this point so I can finally relax and enjoy the game. Can somebody please tell me which one is better? It would greatly help me, please. Uninstall the game. Yep, you ignored. You wouldn't understand how much it would help me to tell me which one is better to use. It calms the compulsions. I would greatly appreciate. I also play on Legendary, so I need to know which one is strong enough, like for Vampire Lord. It took me a year to get to this point so I can finally relax and enjoy the game. Heads up, it's never going to end. Vanilla vampirism does suck, but trying to fix Skyrim's actual gameplay is a rabbit hole you never come out of. Just install CBBE and some armor backpack mods. Then limit yourself to Creation Club content. It's not the best modding experience, but at least you actually play the game. Playing Skyrim on Legendary, ew. I figured out a way to get powerful but not broken. Armor and weapons that way Legendary is balanced and the enemies can still kill you. You just need 2 sets of bracers, necklace, rings and helmets of any kind. Then enchant your actual gear. It isn't the restoration loop, so it isn't broken. I have all the mods I need and I'm never going back. It took me hours of testing, but I'm finally ready. A vampire mod is the last one I need. I narrowed it down to these 2 mods. I was going to use Skyrim, but I think it interferes with better vampire NPCs. Rearranging my load order has almost driven me to suicide. Not because it's difficult for everyone, but my compulsions are too convincing. I just need to know which mod is better so I don't have to test them. How long? I know people usually meme this, but I once literally spent an entire month from 8 PM to 12 PM modding and testing Skyrim to get all the mods to play nicely so I could finally play it the way I envisioned it in my mind. Thing is, when I was finally done and got to play it, I realized that what gets people into modding and keeps people playing is a false sense of being able to fix the game. If only this one little thing was different, then I could really immerse myself and enjoy it. When in reality, while the promise sounds great, the base game is so awful no matter what one does, it will always be garbage. You can't fix shit by sprinkling gold flakes on it. Well, going back to something you said earlier, I'm not doing a vampire playthrough yet, but I want it there for when I do. Really not a good idea. I've done this before and then found out a mod has been doing something like bloating my save. Best to install something like that right before you use it, to limit any problems to as few character save files as possible. Don't rely on others to test your mods, because nobody will be as thorough as you will. If you don't want to test them, then at least look at the bug sections from both mods and compare them. Almost a full year, and I'm not exaggerating. When I was playing the game, I wasn't doing to enjoy a full playthrough, but to see how different mods work with each other. I forced myself to take at least 2 hours out of my day after work to test the game. I could probably write a short book on mods. Are compatible with what? The vampire ones are the last one to test. I don't want to use better vampires. I just want the other 2, but I can't bring myself to try them both out. I can't do it anymore. I need verification that one of them are superior. It's probably a meme for a lot of people, but I've been diagnosed with pure OCD, which is an extensive mental disorder. Why is nobody answering me? What the fuck? I'm not as bad as you, but my problem with Skyrim was that the game really tries hard to railroad you into the main story, so you can't just ignore it, and as far as I know, it's not possible to mod it out. Also, the cities are so small I can't really immerse myself on it. It presents a barely living world on the surface, but the more I play, the more I can see the fake realism of the world, which elicits some kind of uncanny valley response from me, if that makes sense. That only happens to me with games that really try to present a breathing living world but fail at it, not with games like Super Mario, Mega Man, etc. No point installing either if you aren't playing a vamp yet. It just adds unnecessary load. When you are, go with Sacrosanct. It's more fully fledged and fun. Just go on with it and be done. I have been down the fix everything in Skyrim rabbit hole and it left me exhausted. I don't even wanna play more now. Go and have fun. Sacrosanct and Sacrilege? Go Sacrilege. Sacrosanct is insanely bloated. The guy above you said Sacrosanct is superior. Who's telling the truth? This is another issue I always have. I need the right one. I know you won't understand, but I needed specifics to make my decision. What do you mean by bloated? Also, is Vampire Lord good on legendary difficulty? OCD, I know, probably not serious, but I do too. And 100% vanilla is the solution. There is no right answer, it literally depends on your playstyle. Sacrosanct has an ass load of features, so it's going to overshadow everything else. Great if you want to Vampire to be your main playstyle. Sacrilege is much lighter, better if you just want to dip into Vampire, but doesn't need to take over your playthrough. I hate responses like this, but I guess I have to accept reality. I guess the more important questions are: first, does Sacrosanct cause a lot of problems? Second, is Vampire Lord good and legendary for each one? First, no. Second, I hate the alternate forms, period, but that's just a personal preference, and nice mods do make them better. Okay, and why did the guy say it was bloated? Because it's going to overshadow everything else. Great if you want to Vampire to be your main playstyle, which is why I said earlier you shouldn't start it for your Vampire run, not before. Okay, thanks. Never understood this level of mental illness and glad I never will. The most mods I ever installed for this game were the high-res map with roads and useful horses mod. Played for a while, then uninstalled forever. You deserve this hell you are in. Thanks for the bump. Nobody deserves it. It's amazing how people just ignore a constructive thread like this, but will join a shit-flinging thread about and which console is better. Who gives a fuck? Just help somebody out.